in some quite hard-hitting topics as well. And we deliver that in partnership with people like Oxfordshire Youth.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
Well, it's Get Radio Breakfast, and we continue with our National Youth Work Week, finding out all about this wonderful week highlighting getting youth into work. We're talking lots of different facets and lots of different people about a variety of different ways that this happens. And I'm really pleased to be joined on the show this morning by Matt Everett, the CEO of Oxford United in the community. Matt, good morning to you.
Good morning, Rich. Good morning.
Thanks so much for joining us and kind of the collaboration that you have on this week, and also the wonderful work that you do with Oxfordshire Youth. Just tell us a little bit about that, and obviously the importance of Oxford United in the community as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'll start with a little bit about us as a charity. So we are the official charity of Oxford United Football Club. Most people will have heard of the football club within the county, obviously, but we are actually a legally separate and legally separately governed charity. We're well supported by the club, but we operate independently, and social inclusion and youth engagement is one of our key pillars. So it's a really important area of our work. And we use the power of the football club's badge to inspire young people to get into sport, to get into physical activity. But not only that, in education, in mentorship, in some quite hard-hitting topics as well. And we deliver that in partnership with people like Oxfordshire Youth, but also funded by the Premier League through Premier League Kicks, which is our funded programme that we run.
Yeah, and the link between the club and, like you said, working under the badge, especially now, a championship side holding their own, Oxford United doing wonderfully well, and kids seeing that and wanting to replicate their heroes who are out on the pitch, and also getting people active. That must be a real buzz at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the power that football clubs, not just Oxford United, but all football clubs have in their communities to inspire people, I think is sometimes underestimated. We certainly find, especially with young people, if we take some examples of areas that we work in through the Kicks program, these are areas where some of the kids, some of the young people will actually potentially be going down the wrong path, potentially be going down the wrong road. And actually, by us offering this free football program, as soon as they see the club badge and they see our coaches and they've got that opportunity to play, it completely changes everything. And I think that attraction to the club badge certainly inspires the kids to draw in and makes the job of our coaches a very sort of two-faceted job, really. They're football coaches primarily, but they're also youth workers. They might be mental health first aiders. They have all sorts of additional qualifications to run these programs. Football is really just the draw to bring people in.
Touching on that, football is almost that universal language, isn't it? That you can kind of have an opinion on, you can enjoy in some respects, and you can have a conversation with. And obviously, with younger people as well, like I sort of mentioned as well, whilst getting, being aspirational. I remember in the playground, going back a number of years and what have you, replicating the strike that you'd seen at the weekend in the playground, wearing your favourite player's top and badge, not only from an Oxford United point of view, but from a wider aspect as well. And obviously the Premier League Kicks programme sort of encompassing that as well, that universal language of football, and getting kids who there aren't too many that don't love football in some way, shape or form. If they can kind of channel that love into other aspects and facets that you help with, that's a wonderful thing.
No, absolutely, and it's such a great program, and not just the funded work we're doing at Oxford United for it in Oxfordshire. They've got 90 clubs that they're funding. They've funded the Premier League for over £81 million since 2006. So they've got a lot of clubs running it. Over 500,000 young people have engaged with it in the UK. So it's taking what we're doing at Oxford United, that applies at all of those 90 clubs and all of those communities, and the amount of young people they're reaching. And yes, the programme is about free funded football, but it's also some workshops on some pretty hard hitting topics. Knife crime, county lines. It's looking at really tackling some key issues, and that's one of the areas that we work in. And the kids, the young people really engage with it. Actually some top players that have played in the Premier League, Raheem Sterling, Marcus Rashford, Declan Rice, have actually started out coming through this Premier League programme. So, from us within Oxfordshire as well, there might be some young people playing football out on the street that aren't playing in a formalised environment. Perhaps they can't access that sort of opportunity. And you never know, you might just unearth the next gem, which would be great if we could bring someone through to play one day for Oxford United.
Yeah, I mean that would be a buzz. I mean, yeah, probably take Marcus Rashford sort of 18 months ago when he was absolutely flying for Man United and chucking him in the Oxford United team. That'd be absolutely amazing. And just on a personal sort of level, I just I know you sort of overview and see a lot of the young people development. That must give you such job satisfaction where you're sat and kind of look at a player that comes in and then like you say, okay, maybe not be the next Marcus Rashford or Raheem Sterling, Declan Rice and what have you, but that is enjoying themselves. I guess that smile and that enjoyment factor of both learning some hard-hitting stuff that you said, but also getting on the football field and putting a goal, but making a great save on the goalkeeper, making a great save as important as putting the ball in top bins or something. That must give you a real warm fuzzy feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I'm Oxford United's my club. I'm from Oxfordshire, so everything that we do across all areas of the community in this role is so rewarding, and actually seeing what an impact the club can have on people's lives of all ages. But just to touch on that, obviously, results and football performance are secondary, really. I highlighted that you might unearth a gem, but it's seeing these young people bonding, seeing them actually undertaking that activity, and going down to watch these programs when our coaches are running them on a Friday night. I'm seeing young people approach our coaches with issues and challenges that they might be having at home or in school, or they won't talk directly to teachers, parents, people like that. But with the football club badge on, and it's just my football coach, and I use that term in inverted commas, they will open up and they will do that. And our coaches are actually undertaking some really important work, and actually, then able to intervene, able to support, able to highlight these challenges that the young people might be having, to the relevant people that can then support that during the week as well. So it has a real impact, not just when they're kicking the ball around on the Friday night, but all week as well. It can really enhance people's opportunity. We actually did take aside our girls' side from Blackburn Leeds, which we operate with Youth Ambition, Oxfordshire Youth. Went to a Premier League tournament qualifier down in Portsmouth. They were able to play under the Oxford United badge. So again, bringing them into that football club and feeling part of it. They actually won that tournament and qualified for the national final at St George's Park. So they got to play where the England team train, wearing the full Oxford United kit, and that opportunity. So yes, it's not about the results, but actually what came from that was the bonding and the sort of the engagement that they then had with the rest of the program was went through the roof.
That's amazing, and it just shows us what, and you can be you can be good at football and you can and do all this kind of stuff, but actually having that team mentality, we see it all the time in football. We can have a team of individuals, but it doesn't make a good team, and that just I guess that just highlights the fact of that bonding, the fact that they play well together, that they kind of they're in it together, they feel part of their tribe of their team, and God, what a buzz to be under the Oxford United banner, not only playing in sort of Premier League tournaments, but heading off to St George's Park as well. Wow, what a buzz!
Not only that participation, we were through the football club and And through partnership with the EFL and Kellogg's, we were actually able to take some of these participants to Wembley for a funded day out for the playoff final at Wembley, where a lot of them didn't have that opportunity, couldn't afford to go, couldn't afford to get there. So again, for our team to reward participants that have really engaged with the programme with that sort of experience, many of them will remember that day for the rest of their lives, because they wouldn't have otherwise had that opportunity. So it's being able to really reward people with that engagement with the football as the hook to get them inspired. But it's away from those real, they're the sort of headline experiences that you want to give people and give opportunities. But it's week to week. It's seeing, in areas that we've worked in Banbury, for example, there were some challenges and a PCSO that couldn't engage with the community, with the young people there, and there were challenges, and actually just trying to get through gaps in a fence to play football on an AstroTurf pitch that was closed, for example. So just opening that up and allowing them to play in a more formalised environment, and actually wherever they would see the PCSO, and I won't name them for obvious reasons, they would then scarper and run away. And actually what we did was we started running the Premier League Kicks programme there at that site at that time every week with one of our coaches, and we put the PCSO in an Oxford United tracksuit as well. And then suddenly all the kids are engaging, they're talking, and it allowed him to do his job and really understand what was going on in his local community as well. So almost has the opposite draw, if you like, for young people of sometimes that negative connotation of a police badge, for example, versus the football club's badge, but the same outcome.
Yeah, no, it's just breaking down those barriers to do that. It's absolutely incredible. The work you do and continue to oversee Oxford United and the community with this is absolutely fantastic. If people are listening to this and maybe want to get their kids involved, loads of kids and what have you, and parents listening in the cars on the way to work and school and what have you this morning, where can people find out a bit more information, Matt?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're working across, we've actually just expanded our sites from 2 to 4, so we're in 4 locations now. So we're in Didcot, Witney, Oxford and Banbury. And if you look at our website, outc.org, or email plkicks@outfc.co.uk. Mark Thomas, our social inclusion lead, will be in touch and can send you details of the relevant sessions, the relevant times closest to you. And we're running those sessions all nights of the week. So there should be opportunity for people to come down and get involved. Absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, it's been really wonderful catching up with you. That is Matt Everett, the CEO of Oxford United in the community. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
No, thank you, Rich. Cheers.